Hello. So today we're going to start lying on our backs. You may require a blanket at some point, or two maybe. So if you just get one so that it's ready should you so require. And then just coming to lying on your back. Taking the feet so they're hip width apart. Bringing the arms to really whatever position suits you, either down by your side, maybe palms up, maybe palms down, maybe popping the hands on the tummy, whatever works for you. Draw the shoulders down, away from the ears, extend up through the crown of your head. Get the length through the neck. Tune into the breath. The ebb and flow. The expansion and deflation of the inhale and the exhale. Notice how the breath moves through your body. Flaring of the nostrils, expansion of the airways in the throat, the lungs, rib cage, belly rising and falling. Using the exhale to let you settle. Letting go, feeling the weight of the body sinking down into the earth. Bringing the attention to the soles of the feet. Notice what the skin on the soles of the feet feels like. The pads of the toes, the balls of the feet and the heels. And as you release down through your feet, allow that sensation to travel up the legs. So everything's sinking down. Take the arms down by your side, palms face down. Inhale, arms up and over the top of the head, so you stretch them out behind you, stretching through the fingers. Exhale, letting them float back down to the sides. So going with the breath, you're inhaling the arms up, stretching out through the fingers. Notice the space in between the finger joints. Exhale, the arms float back down. The breath dictates the rhythm. Soften the face. Inhale the arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, turn the palms so they face the ceiling. Sink the shoulder blades down. Feel the length of the back of the neck. Draw the fingers towards you. Lengthening through the arms. Breathing there. Inhale, point the fingers to the ceiling. Make fists with the hands. We're going to flash and scrunch. You've already scrunched because you've made a fist. So really squeeze those fists tight. Inhale. Stretch the fingers out. Flash them. Exhale, scrunch. Inhale. Flash. Scrunch. flash. Scrunch, and this time let's make circles with those wrists going one way and then the other. Fingertips back up to the ceiling, palms face each other, sink the shoulder blades. Inhale, take the arms out to the side, just checking that the hands run level with or lower than the shoulders. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears and letting the arms, shoulders, hands all be really heavy. So make them heavy and then make them heavy again. Inhale here. Exhale, dropping the knees to the right, looking to the left. Good old windscreen wipers. Inhale, comes back to centre. Whole of the inhale. Exhale, down to the left, look to the right. Inhale, centre. Exhale, release the legs down. Moving with the breath, watching the breath, tuning the movement in with the breath. Next time you're over to the right, you can push through the inside edge of the left foot. Send the left knee away, bring the bottom, the hip off, and get a lovely stretch down the left side. Shoulders heavy. So there's an opening of the chest, a lengthening down the left side, stretching the hip. Inhale, come back to centre. Exhale, shamoo yourself down to the left. Push through the inside edge of the right foot this time. Feeling the stretch in the right side. Breathing here. Check that your face is soft. Inhale, back to centre. Bring the knees into the chest for a little bit of rocking shenanigans. Side to side, backwards and forwards. Popping the feet back down, hip width apart. Check in with those soles of the feet. Arms come down by your side. Exhale, the right leg up into the sky. Draw the toes, send the heel away. Breathing there. So you might need to bend the knee a little bit to get the foot over the pelvis. You want the weight of the leg to sink down, so even pressure through the lower back, down through the pelvis. Inhale, point the toes up to the ceiling. We're going to flash and scrunch the toes. Scrunching first, so curl the toes up as much as you can, and then flash them. Scrunch, flash, scrunch, flash. Okay, and then bend the right knee and take the outside of the right ankle to the thigh of the left leg. Hands onto your pelvis. The aim of the game is to keep the pelvis as still as possible here because we want the movement to be in the hip. Sending the right knee away as much as you can. Hopefully feeling some muscle engagement there as you do that. And then drawing that right knee into the midline. So drawing the knee into the midline and sending it away. Using the breath for the rhythm again. It doesn't really matter which way round, I don't think. I'm exhaling coming in and inhaling going out, but whatever works. And then check that that knee is out, the pelvis is as neutral as it can be. And bring the toes up, so drive the heel down on the left foot. And see if you can relatively smoothly, it's a bit difficult with a sticky mat, but relatively smoothly slide the left leg out and away. Toes point towards the ceiling on the left foot and let the right knee fall down. So kind of release the right knee, seeing if you can keep the pelvis neutral, having a few breaths there. All the way into the belly. Draw the left leg back in. So I'm drawing it up onto the heel again and flattening the left foot. Check in with the posture. So pelvis, check in with that right knee again. See what it feels like to bring the left thigh in towards the chest from here. So you can bring it in and pop the foot back down. Bring it in, pop the foot back down. Keep driving the knee to the right as you draw the left thigh in, pop it back down. Exhale the right leg up into the sky. Bend the knee, pop the foot down. Wait for your next exhale. Send the left leg up. Bending the knee if you need to, getting the foot over your pelvis. Draw the toes towards you. Send the heel away. Breathing there. Inhale, point the toes. Ooh. Flash and scrunch. So curling the toes up and then ooh, flash them. Scrunch as much as you can. Ooh, flash, scrunch. Ooh. Taking the ankle to the thigh, so left ankle, right thigh, check in with the pelvis, send the left knee away. Relax the shoulders, soften the face. Breathing. When you're ready, drawing the knee into the midline and sending it away again. Using the rhythm of the breath. Keeping the knee out and drawing the foot up on the right. Sliding the right leg away. So you extend the right leg, right toes to the ceiling. Check in with the pelvis and let the left knee sink down, breathing there. Draw that right heel back in. Ground down through the right foot. Check the left knee. And then we're going to draw the right thigh into the chest. See what that feels like. Keep sending the left knee away. Pop the right foot down. Drawing it in. Popping it down. Drawing it in. Ground down through the right foot. Exhale, left leg up into the sky. Wait for the next exhale, send the right leg up to meet it. Squeeze the feet together, inside edges of the feet, squeeze the legs together. Drive the big toes towards each other. Keeping the legs as still as possible. Going to do ankle circles. One way, and then go the other way. Bend the knees, let them fall into the chest and have another little rocky shamoo shenanigans. Roll over onto your right side and come up onto all fours, at which point you may require your ruck. Ta-da! It's nice for your knees. Okay, so all fours. We want to create some activation up through the arms. To do this, you want to suction cup your hands. If you make really firm contact with your fingers on the mat, and without moving them at all, draw them in towards the palms a little bit. You want to keep the contact of the fingers and the joints here, but the very centre of the palm rises up like a millimetre off the mat. And as you do that, you might find that your arms activate a little bit. It can be helpful to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Bring the inside edges of the elbows so they point forward. That externally rotates the shoulders. It helps you to draw the shoulder blades down the back and it opens the chest. If you do that and then activate those hands again, maybe you'll feel that it is possible to feel that all the way up in the shoulders and the armpits. Play with it. Okay. Checking in with your shins, so driving down through the shins, you want them parallel if possible, knees under hips if possible. And we'll start with some cat-cows because they're brilliant. Okay, so as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under and vertebrae by vertebrae, curl up through the spine, drop the head. Inhale, tilts the pelvis the other way. Drop the belly towards the floor, open the chest, and the gaze is forward, keeping a nice long neck. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, curl all the way up. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, open the chest. Gaze is forward. Move with the breath. Finishing on an inhale and taking the hands a hand distance further forward. Exhale, dropping the forearms down, squeeze the elbows together as much as you can. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down and squeeze. Inhale. So that squeezing of the elbows helps to open up the shoulders. Inhale up, exhale down. Coming down and staying down, turning the palms so they face up. Drive the thumbs down towards the floor as much as you can. Notice where you're feeling this. Keep sending the thumbs down. While we're here, we're going to go back and do a little bit more cat-cowing. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, curl through the spine. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, open the chest, gaze is forward. Inhaling and then turning the palms so they face down and coming back up onto all fours. If your wrists, so we've already been on all fours for a reasonable amount of time, if your wrists are hurting, there's a few options. You can go onto your fists, although this becomes a very different thing if you're on your fists a lot, and it's good to practice being on your hands. So the other thing that you can do to ease things a little bit and make it a bit more progressive is you can roll your mat up, and of course therefore you can create a bigger support as you would like, and then heels of the hands go on to the mat, the fingers go onto the floor, and you lessen the angle and the impact that you're pushing through the wrists. Okay, all fours. Activate the hands, so suction cup the hands, draw the shoulders, extend through the crown of the head. Notice your pelvis. So your pelvis on all fours should be running parallel with the floor. Trying to maintain this, drive down through the left shin, extend out the right leg. So coming onto the balls of the foot on the right, be mindful not to drop your right hip. So you're trying to keep that pelvis parallel with the floor. Send the right heel away, stretch out the back of the right leg. Nice stretch. Okay. Driving down through that left shin a little bit more. Going to see what it feels like to lift the right leg up. This might mean a bit of drawing up the belly button towards the spine so that you don't arch in the lower back. See what it feels like to tap that foot down, bring it back up. Tap it down, bring it back up. So I'm hoping here you're feeling your hamstring, so knee to bottom, and your glute in your bottom. Point the toe, so keep the leg up and point the toe. Bend the knee and bring the heel in towards the bottom. That is definitely hamstring. Flex the foot and extend. So inhale, point, bend and heel in towards the bottom. Exhale, flex and extend. We'll do that once more. Point and bend, flex, extend. Bringing the knee back down. Walking the hands in towards the knees. We'll just do a little wrist exercise because we've been on our wrists for a while. So bring the hands to prayer at your heart space. Inhale, opening the book. And keep going around. So you roll onto the outside edges of your little fingers and then backs of the hands. The fingers come in towards the chest as you shamoo the whole thing around and back into prayer. So you inhale, open the book and keep going round. So keep the momentum and the going roundness of the thing. I inhale, open the book, and then as I start to go round, I exhale. So I finish my exhale as I come back to prayer. Lovely. Shake the wrists out. We do the other side. So back onto all fours. Suction cup the hands, shoulders. Drive down through the shins. This time we're going to exhale the left leg out. So coming up onto the toes on the left foot. Send the heel away, stretching out the left side of the body. See what it feels like to lift that leg. So you really want to drive down through the right shin in order to keep your stability. Lifting up the left leg. See what it feels like to tap and bring it up. Tap, bring it up. Remember, you don't want to be arching in the lumbar, so that might involve a bit of drawing up at the belly button. Extend the leg out, point the toes, you inhale, and then bend the knee and bring the heel into the bottom. A bit of hamstring shenanigans. Flex and extend, point and bend. Flex, extend, point and bend. Flex and extend, and then you can bring the knee back down. And as you exhale, draw the hips back into a child's pose. Now, you may, particularly if you've got knee shenanigans, rolling up a blanket and popping it behind the backs of the knees can be really nice here for your child's pose, as can putting a blanket, hence the need for maybe two, underneath the tops of the feet, so that can be nice. There's loads of different varieties, ways you can adapt a child's pose. You could have your legs wide. You don't have to come back down so far. You could do one potato, two potato, and put your forehead on there. And then all sorts of arm things. So you could have them behind you. You could hold them on your lumbar. I quite like that. You can obviously have them forward. So whatever works for you is a child's pose. Breathing there into the lower back. Stretching out through the arms. Inhale, coming back up onto all fours. And then cross the shins over. Walk the hands back towards the knees and see if you can relatively comfortably come to sitting. Not that that really matters because we're coming all the way back down to finish with some windscreen wipers. So inhale, taking the arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, turn the palms so they face each other and sink the shoulder blades, lengthening through the neck as you do so. Inhale, arms out to the side and completely relax them. Exhale, dropping the knees to the right, looking to the left, breathing here. So we're not going to move through the windscreen wipers like we did at the beginning of the sequence. Allowing the body to settle here in this position. Using the breath to give space and soften. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the left, look to the right and breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Knees into the chest for another little shamooey shenanigans. And then it's time for Shavasana. You want to get yourself into a nice, comfortable lying, doesn't have to be lying actually, but you want to be warm, you want to be comfortable, you want to be able to completely relax and release down. So making sure that that is the case. Returning to the breath. The ebb and flow of the inhale and the exhale. Feel the breath move through your body. Broadening across the forehead, skin smooth. Softening the eyes. Letting that softening drift to the temples and down into the jaw. Release the bottom jaw. Relaxing the nostrils and inside the nose. Ears, inside the ears. Notice the space in the mouth. and the volume of your tongue. Feel the weight of your shoulders and the space inside the shoulders. Can you feel your shoulders from the inside out? Relaxing all the way down the arms, to the tips of the fingers. Softening the hands, and then soften them again. And again. Noticing the breath now in the heart space. Filling as you inhale, softening as you exhale. Softening the belly. Notice the space in the pelvic bowl and the weight of the legs. And releasing all the way down the legs to the tips of the toes. Taking a couple of deeper breaths. Ready, bringing some movement back. Maybe turning the head from side to side. Wriggling the fingers and the toes, wrists and ankles. And drawing the knees into the chest. For a shamoo. Rolling over onto your right side, taking a few breaths there. When you're ready, making your way up to sitting. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale. very much.